What up, YouTube? It's NoChainzz, and I am back for another commentary, and this is the first gameplay episode of my Milwaukee Bucks MyGm here in NBA 2K14 for the PS4. So right off the bat, you guys are seeing the tail end of a long negotiation process with Rip Hamilton. In the end, I paid him less than what he wanted, but it was still, in my opinion, overpaying the dude. But I mean, I need a veteran that can score, also defend, and the reason why I chose him instead of Ben Goran was purely his ability to defend the perimeter. And Ben Goran has a better three ball. Rip Hamilton can shoot a little bit, but not very consistent when it comes to his trade ball. And I really think he could be that veteran presence to get us to that AC at least. But anyway, I'm simulating to our first home game. We go 1-1 in the first two games, then we go home to play the Toronto Raptors. And I get a call from the Nets GM, and he wants OJ Mayo, and I'm like, no way, I'm not dealing him at any time, actually. And then here's the press conference. They're asking what I hope to accomplish here in Milwaukee, and I say big things. I may be new to the profession, but I know my way around negotiation, and I expect great things for this organization. I can't wait. And the reason why I said that and not will see or let's see is because I wanted to be that GM that was sure of myself and, clearly has goals set and not some guy to just go with the flow. Hey, whatever happens, happens. I don't want to be that type of guy. But anyway, Brandon Knight gets hurt before our first game, so that'll put Ramon Sessions in the starting point guard spot. I was originally going to start Brandon Knight, but he got hurt. Like I said, I had to decrease his minutes. I didn't want to play him too much with his ankle sprain. I believe that's what it was, because we definitely don't want to go out there and re-aggravate it and then have him out for weeks instead of just days. But here we are in our home opener at Harris Bradley Center versus the Toronto Raptors. This team is a young up-and-coming team. You got to see them in the playoffs now. They have some very, very solid players. So there's their starting five: Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, John Salmons, Patterson, and Tyler Hansborough. So look for us to try to exploit that matchup between Larry Sanders and Tyler Hansborough. I think he's a little bit too small to guard Larry Sanders, so look for us to go inside early. And then also look for us to score with OJ Mayo. He definitely is our primary scorer, so we will be playing through him for most of the game offensively. But there's Larry Sanders picking up an early foul. Hopefully he doesn't get in foul trouble early, because we do have a favorable matchup, and I think we can exploit that. But Kyle Lowry goes to the line and converts to and one. We're trying to pick and roll, kick it to Larry Sanders. He beats the defense, and there it is. There's the mismatch I was talking about. He slams over the defense of Tyler Hansborough. He can't believe he fouled him, but it was a clear foul. So here's Larry Sanders at the line with a chance to make it a three-point play, and he cannot convert. Rebound by Tyler Hansborough that time. But here's OJ Mayo easily getting past the defense of DeMar DeRozan and getting the slam. We still trail by 1 point. And there's a block by Larry Sanders and another, and Tyler Hansborough was foolish to try to go up again. 2 blocks in a row by Larry Sanders. Great defensive play. Rebound by Carlos Delfino. He's trying to get something to go and realizing the mismatch. Kicking it out to Sessions. Sessions in the paint with a nice lay-in. And I'm not sure what Tyler Hansborough was doing there defensively. Pick and roll for Larry Sanders. Get another slam. And that's the mismatch I was talking about. Let's see if we can exploit it all day. So John Salmons is going to kick this one out to Kyle Lowry, and he will sink it and tie the game at 14. Here's OJ Mayo crossing over, getting into the paint for his second slam of the day, and they really have to do something about that defensively. They do not want to see OJ Mayo get hot. And here's Rip Hamilton pulling up for a mid-range jump shot. That is where he is the strongest, from that mid-range point. And here's OJ Mayo picking up the heat right now, getting a 3-ball to fall. So 7 early points for him in this first quarter. So then they're going to throw an alley-oop to DeMar DeRozan. You know he's a high flyer. He gets a few of those a game. So there's Antetokounmpo finishing in the paint over the defense of Terrence Ross. That is a mismatch in the paint. Then we get a tipped pass by Antetokounmpo, then recovered by Rip Hamilton, and he will lay it in transition. So we are running away with this game, it seems like, so far, but they have cut it down to 5. There's Delfino, offensive rebound by Larry Sanders, and he puts it back up after Carlos Delfino could not finish. Then we leave John Salmons wide open, but then they get a monster putback by DeMar DeRozan, And then we find an open Ramon Sessions. I don't know why they decided to leave him open, but he is money, and we increase our lead to 8. But they have cut it down to 5 here late in the second quarter. And there's OJ Mayo once again for another 3. He is having himself a game so far. So 14 points. He could do no wrong, not missing yet. There he takes the contact, steps back, and hits another 3. And he is just going off right now. He is hot. We have to feed the hot hand. And there's Zaza Pachulia. I believe that was a block. And then recovered by Rip Hamilton, down in transition to Antetokounmpo, and he will finish. So we go into halftime with a 10-point lead. Very big performance by OJ Mayo, getting us this 10-point lead. And let's see what Doris Burke has to say on the sideline with our head coach.
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo, and I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports Now.
Alright guys, you heard Coach Dwayne Casey of the Toronto Raptors say that they were getting torched, and he is exactly right. We're getting some very good looks. You guys see Ramon Sessions already has 10 assists. OJ Mayo has yet to miss a shot, and also we have that mismatch. Larry Sanders is going completely off. You guys see that alley-oop they just threw, but they really need to pick up their defense if they want a chance at winning this game. But anyway, there's DeMar DeRozan trying to finish in the paint, gets blocked by Ramon Sessions. Rebound by OJ Mayo. He's in transition. Gonna try to finish. Nice spin move. Puts it up. And he still continues his 100% shooting percentage. And he has a lot of points right now. I can't say exactly, but there he is right there again, getting in the paint. And that is part of the reason why we've established a 12-point lead. We're getting a lot of easy looks in the paint. And then on top of that, we're shooting very, very well from behind the arc. So that is a recipe for success if you ask me. But there's Brandon Knight, even with the ankle sprain, able to hit that long two and give us a 14-point lead. But here we are at the end of the third quarter. Landry Fields driving, kick it out to Grievous Vasquez, and he will hit that to knock it down to single digits. But the Bucks are able to get it right back up to 13 points as we're going to run in transition. There's OJ Mayo with yet another slam. This guy just gets the easiest of looks due to his quickness with his crossover and then his power to go along with that. You guys see he just overpowered. I think that was DeMar DeRozan, but also OJ Mayo is shooting very, very well. He hasn't missed a shot yet, and there he is with the quickness I was telling you about. Very nice move. Gets the foul and goes to the line for 2. He's also shooting very well at the free throw line. So there he converts 1 of 2. He's going to go back to the line and look to convert the second. And that is the reason why we are up by this many points right now. We're shooting very, very efficiently. And on top of that, we're getting very, very good looks in the paint. And then we have a lot of players who they have to focus the defense on, like OJ Mayo, Larry Sanders, that they often bring a lot of help and leave a lot of players open behind the arc. But there's OJ Mayo once again having a career game. Here he is again getting into the paint for another lay-in. And that would pretty much do it. Well, I mean, the fat lady hadn't sang yet, but hey, if she's not singing, she's getting ready to right now. Here's Rip Hamilton with a little bit of icing on the cake as the game is going to come to a close. So the Milwaukee Bucks pretty much dominated them from the beginning. They just couldn't do anything defensively. They didn't have a presence inside. They were very, very small. Tyler Hansborough, man, in that 5 position, to me, is a very big disadvantage for a guy like Larry Sanders. And then defensively, they didn't have a lot of defense on the perimeter. But here are our team stats. We outscored them 62-42 in points in the paint, and I think that's a recipe for a victory. And rebounding 23-15, not that big of a gap, but still enough to get us that big victory as we destroy them. So 37 points for OJ Mayo, a career high, 6 assists, 3 rebounds, and 15 for 15. 3 for 3 3-pointers and 4 for 4 from the line. He did not miss a single shot. So this is a once in a lifetime game for somebody like him. And he has good games, but look at the game that he had. I mean, he could have scored a few more points if he got to the line a little bit more. Ramon Sessions pulled a double-double with 13 and 13. One thing I do have to say I was concerned about is our rebounding from our big men. This was a very small team, and we still didn't see anybody get above 7 rebounds. I think that was the highest. I think the highest was 6, but that sort of disappoints me. I'd like to see that get better as we go on in the season. But as soon as that game was over, I'm getting calls from other GMs asking for OJ Mayo. He is somebody that a lot of GMs want, apparently, especially after that game. But I will not be dealing him, not now, not ever, unless he starts to decline and gets unhappy and stuff like that. But as of right now, he is good with me, Paul Henry, the new GM. But here we go. The trainer comes to me and tells me that Brandon Knight has recovered. I'm still not going to put him at the starting position because Ramon Sessions, he is playing very, very well right now. Had 13 and 13 last game. I may switch him out if Ramon Sessions starts to decline, but I think Ramon Sessions is our guy for right now. And the trainer comes in and tells me that Udo has been hurt and he will be out for a few weeks. So I'm just going to increase Zaza Pachulia's minutes along with Jeff Adrian. So hopefully we can get some production out of our front court. But just a side note, as this commentary is coming to a close, I just want to let you guys know the game that I just played versus the Toronto Raptors was on Superstar Simulation. And I'm not ready to put it up to Hall of Fame yet because there are teams that I struggle with. I just played the Thunder and I ended up getting blown out on Superstar Simulation. But if I continue to win a lot of games in that type of fashion, I will put it up to Hall of Fame to provide the best challenge and the best games for you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this commentary. Leave a like, and I'll see you guys in the next one later.